everybody knew, everybody was tuned in. What is this brand new John Lennon song? We can't wait to hear it. Capitol Records flew it down on PSA Airlines. They took it out of the airplane, put it in an armored truck. We had TV cameras shooting the armored truck coming out to Santee, a suburb of San Diego. That's where the station was, and that's where the transmitter was.
And as the voice of Shotgun Tom Kelly, he's also the author of the book, All I Want to Do Is Play the Hits, which you can get at shotguntomkelly.com. And last time Shotgun mentioned the wide playlist on the 60s Gold Channel, where he hosts a show on Sirius XM. And we also left off with his getting hired by Buzz Bennett at 1170 KCBQ. Now, Tom, tell us one of the first things Buzz did when you were hired.
First of all, I went over there, I reported in, and the first thing he did is give me a 2 weeks vacation, paid vacation.
Wow.
Yeah, but I want you to read this book by Joseph Murphy, Power of the Subconscious Mind. You have to read it while you're on vacation. So I got this book, Joseph Murray, Power of the Subconscious Mind, and I knew I had to read the damn thing. I didn't know if Buzz was going to give me a book report or what. So I read it, and it was all about positive thinking, because Buzz would go, oh, man, if you're going to work here, you got to be very, very positive. No negative vibrations, man. If you're negative, you're going to have to leave, man. So, yeah. So, and that's another thing. He was a genius with making up contests. And sad to say, when I went over to KCBQ, there was a big battle going on between KGB, where I was, and KCBQ. And Buzz used to be program director at KGB, and that's why he went across the street, because he got a bad deal with KGB. So he said, okay, I'm going to go across the street, and I'm going to beat you. And that's what he did. He went across the street, and he beat KGB to a pulp. It was sad. I felt bad for Charlie. I really did. Because I love Charlie, and to this day, I love Charlie Van Dyke, and I hope he hasn't got any resentments of that time. Well, I know he doesn't, because I've talked to him. Mm-hmm. So we're okay. And by the way, Charlie wrote a very nice thing in my new book, All I Want to Do Is Play the Hits. So everything is cool.
And you and Charlie got to work together at KEarth 101 for about a year and a half when he was mornings.
Oh, yeah.
You were afternoons.
Yeah, he did the morning show and I did the afternoon show. And so, yeah, so we're good friends. We're good friends. But I hated to leave Charlie and go over to Buzz. But I got to tell you something about Buzz. He was innovative. I remember I was sitting in his office, and this record promoter from Mercury Records came in. And he said, I got this brand new song from Rod Stewart. And the song is Reason to Believe, a Tim Hardin composition. Mm-hmm. And it's just a beautiful song. And so he wanted Buzz to go on Reason to Believe. So Buzz listened to it. I swear to God, I was sitting on the couch. I was actually there when this happened. So he listened to the A-side. The A-side was Reason to Believe. And there was some B-side that Rod hated, the record company hated. Ron Wood was the bass player, and he screwed it all up. It was just terrible. And so anyway, Buzz goes, oh, well, man, the A-side sounds pretty good, but I'm going to flip over the record and play the B-side. So anyway, he flips over the record and listens to the B-side, and the record promoter said, no, we don't want you to go on that. Rod Stewart hates that song. We just put it on there for a fill. No, that is the wrong song. And Buzz goes, well, I'm going to listen to it anyway, man. So he listens to it, and he likes it better than the he likes it better than the A-side, right? Mm-hmm. He likes it better than Reason to Believe. So here's what he said to the record guy. He goes, well, I don't care what Rod says, man. I don't care what you say. I like it. So I'm gonna add it onto the station. As a matter of fact, I'm not only going to add it on the station, I'm going to create a contest around it. Count the number of times KCBQ plays Maggie May.
Wow.
Maggie May was the B-side, Josh, and one of Rod's biggest hits. And the reason they didn't like it is because Ron Wood was stoned or something, I don't know, and he was the bass player, but he couldn't keep up with the song. But that makes the song.
Oh yeah.
If you listen to Maggie May, it's kind of like the bass player is trying to catch up, but that really makes the song,
And some great lyrics.
Are you gonna ask me the famous question? You haven't asked me yet.
Yeah, I remember this was about 11 years ago. We were at the Spurdvac convention, and you got a brand new single from John Lennon.
I knew it. I knew you were getting there. Yep, brand new John Lennon song. And again, Buzz Bennett was program director. Rich Brother Robin was his assistant program director and night guy. And so they wanted to be the first station in the world to play the brand new John Lennon song. And so they worked out a big promotion deal with the TV stations and everything. Don't let KHJ play it first. Let us be the first station in the world to play the new John Lennon song. Then the next day you can give it to KHJ, okay? So we had exclusivity because we had all this promotion that we were going to do. So all month long, we had a promo. KCBQ has the world exclusive of the brand new John Lennon song. You people in San Diego are the first people that are going to hear it first. It's a world exclusive here on KCBQ. And that ran for a month. Everybody knew. Everybody was tuned in. What is this brand new John Lennon song? We can't wait to hear it. So anyway, Capitol Records flew it down on PSA Airlines. They took it out of the airplane, put it in an armored truck. We had TV cameras shooting the armored truck coming out to Santee, a suburb of San Diego. That's where the station was, and that's where the transmitter was. And so anyway, they brought it on acetate. And acetate only has about 13 plays. So they wanted to get it off the acetate onto a cart. So they got it off acetate onto a cart, and Rich Brother Robin wrote on the cart what the name. He didn't type it on there. He wrote it on there. Okay. So they gave it to my intern. My intern rushes it into me to the control room. Now, I'm a little nervous because I'm the one that's going to unveil this. I got TV cameras throughout, and then the next room shooting through the glass. And I'm on the air. I got a lot of pressure, and I'm going, okay, folks, you've been hearing all month long the brand new John Lennon song was going to be premiered here on KCBQ. Well, it's right now. I have it right here on my show, on the Shotgun Tom Kelly Show, that brand new John Lennon song we've all been waiting for. And remember, I looked at the cart. It was handwritten. That brand new John Lennon song we've all been waiting for, Imaging. Yeah, it's delayed laughter. It's imagined, yeah. So, I mean, Johnny K, when I got my star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, he told that in front of all the TV cameras and the press. And I've never had, actually, I don't mind. It's a big mistake. I screwed up. But, had I done it the right way, nobody would have ever remembered it. Yeah. And by the way, that's in my book. All I want to do, that's WANNA, all I want to do is play the hits, available in hardcover and paperback on Amazon, and you guessed Barnes & Nobles also.
Well, it's kind of funny because Lauren Green had a song called Ringo, so I guess it could make sense that John Lennon would have a song called Imogene, maybe after right. Imogene Coca.
I was thinking of Imogene Coca is where I was thinking about it. Well, listen, I think that caps the interview unless you got something else to tell me.
Actually, I just had a couple more questions about B100, and that was the first FM Top 40 you were hired by Bobby Rich.
Yes. Yeah, I was afternoons at KCBQ, and Bobby, because remember I was doing Words of Poppin', so I had a television an audio representation in San Diego. So everybody knew me on TV, everybody knew me on radio. So he wanted to get that reputation over on his brand new station called B100. So he offered me money, and I left my beloved KCBQ to go over there and do mornings on B100. And, we made history because we beat KCBQ, and I hated to do that, but we did. And everybody loved B100 because it was rock and roll on FM, screaming our asses off, rocking and rolling. Even Ken Levine, he was Beaver Cleaver on B100, and what Jimmy Fox was there. Jimmy Fox, of course, later on gave us 10Q. Man, that could talk about another genius. Jimmy Fox is pure genius, man. We have a lot of geniuses in our biz, and Jimmy Fox is another one. That guy is the king of marketing. He knows what he's doing. But anyway, he was involved in B100 along with Bobby Rich, and we really made something of that radio station, and it's still talked about today.
How long were you on the B100?
I was on there for 4 years. Yeah.
That's great. Well, Shotgun Tom, I appreciate your coming on here. After that, you got to be part of the KUSI Kids Club for about a dozen years. And,
I had 12 years because the Words of Poppin' went 5 years, and I had this persona of being a kid show host. So I got a job as the booth announcer of KUSI. I'm getting my call letters mixed up. KUSI, and I was the only personality on that station because they played, syndicated shows like Three's Company and those kind of shows. And so the owner of the station, Mike McKinnon, said, you did that kid show over Channel 10, Words of Pop, and I said, yeah. So I'm not going to spend that kind of money, but I got a cartoon package, and I want to create the KUSI Kids Club, and I want you to be the host. I said, okay, and for a little more dough, I will. So he gave me some more dough, and so I was the host of this brand new KUSI Kids Club that showed cartoons and gave away toys, and that lasted 12 years, man. Again, Josh, I get grown adults coming up to me. When I come home from school, I used to watch you in the cartoons on the KUSI Kids Club, and it was marvelous. And I did that until I got the big job and the big opportunity to come to Los Angeles and work for Mike Phillips. Oh, another genius, Mike Phillips.
And next time we'll talk more about Shotgun Tom meeting Mike Phillips, who was a disc jockey in the 1960s on 90 Wonderful Kissin' in Portland, KJR Seattle, and the Big 610 KFRC in San Francisco. Find out what station Phillips was programming when he called Tom, as well as the divine intervention that brought Shotgun there.